Ah, well. Maybe I should start using the Master Sword just to finish fights rather than initiating them. At least when it comes to the bosses. I may now pronounce you husband and wife. Well, she is wife at the moment, so... It's a heck of a view. And if they did release a third game in this trilogy, third game to make this a trilogy, you can bet that that temple will have evaporated into the ether for some other MacGuffin. Gerudo Town's back to normal, apart from the massive hole.
Ah, Link. I am grateful for your help, for you helping me save the Gerudo. I've received reports that ever since the Sand Shroud dispersed, Gibdo attacks have almost entirely stopped.
Oh.
Yes, with no doubt. I will no doubt take... Wait, sorry. There we go. It will no doubt take some time to rebuild. But it is thanks to your help that we can live on the surface again. On behalf of all the Gerudo people, thank you. I am sorry to say, though, that despite the safety of Gerudo Town no longer being a pressing concern, we still haven't been able to uncover any information on the whereabouts of Princess Zelda.
No, don't worry, we already know where she is. Oh, Beefcake, welcome. I'm still of the opinion that this game is the third game, with Skyward Sword being the first. I mean, you know what? That I can see where that comes into it. Yes, I can see that. I could also see Skyward Sword being a prequel of sorts, and these games standing alone. I mean, Skyward Sword did set the groundwork for a lot of this stuff we've got going on, but at the same, well, yeah, okay, I can see that. Yes, I wouldn't call this the game the third. I'd still call it the second because it's, you know, in the same continuity of Breath of the Wild. But I can certainly see a point on that one. Yes, because a lot of the stuff that began with that game carried over. They also scrapped a lot of stuff like the Golden Goddesses and etc. And the Triforce. Yes, because if Skyward Sword was the first game, one has to ask, well, what happened to the Triforce? At that point, you could also say then the other games came in, but at that point, the lore gets a bit muggy, very muggy, and yeah, it makes one's head hurt. At least they kept Vi. I like Vi. Feels like we've got a companion with us so long as we've got the Master Sword. That, and also we actually have companion. Well, we kind of had companions in the champions in the previous game. I'm going on another rant. I'm going to not do that for the moment and actually finish this cutscene. We still haven't uncovered any information on the whereabouts of Princess Zelda. Oh, I already answered that. Actually, Valeria, I have a small piece of information regarding Zelda. According to Link, she turned into a dragon, of all things. I also experienced a vision when I took the secret stone in my hand. The person that the ancestors refer to as the Sage of Time looked identical to Zelda, sounded like her as well. Could that person have been Zelda? Yes. We know this already.
Was that Zelda in the distant past, in the same era where my ancestor was alive?
You know what would have solved all of this trouble and not ruined the mystery of the main story? Having it that uncovered through the cutscenes of the main story, not a separate thing with the dragon tears. You could have done many more things with the dragon tears and kept this bit a secret. And then the whole question of, who is this Zelda? Why does she keep disappearing? Would stand to more to reason than us have already working out, one, she's a dragon, two, we've already seen that Ganondorf can create a phony Zelda. Is it entirely possible that he's created the same Phantom Zelda for using throughout Hyrule to cause mischief and mayhem? Entirely possible. Do I think it would have been better if they had like a cloaked Ganondorf, zombified, shuffling around, doing his evil as he recovers his power gradually as we restore each temple? Entirely possible. But I'm going on enough of a rant. Okay, never mind. Oh, hold on. What was that she asked?
Was that Zelda in the distant past, in the same era when my ancestor was alive? No, it's not possible. After all, we saw someone who looked exactly like Zelda recently too. He vanished without saying a word, but that had to have been Zelda. We're going to have to keep investigating if we want to find any answers. I'm sorry, Link, although the threat to of the Sand Shroud and the Gyarados has passed, I cannot leave Gerudo Town at the moment. Things need some time to settle. However, we will take on the task of searching this area for any signs of Zelda. And with my newfound power as a sage, I will still be able to support you. I swear that I will do anything I can to help.
Why does Riju strike me as like Aragorn? She's going to be like the legendary queen of the Gerudo, praised for 1,000 years for her power, known as the Sage of Lightning. There we go. Vow of Riju, Sage of Lightning. Proof of the Vow of Riju, Sage of Lightning. I just said that. Use it to summon or dismiss the avatar of Riju. I'm not getting rid of that avatar come hell or high water.
I hope your travels bring you back here again, Link. I look forward to such a reunion.
Yeah, it would have been nice to if they'd locked out the Dragon Tears quest until after completing these temples for some proper build-up and a better way for people to stay on track getting them in the intended order. Exactly. That would have worked as well. That would have been a lot of a side quest, but in fairness, you could just cut down the number of Dragon Tears in order to fix that. The Master Sword's still not back. Okay, right. I don't think I quite... actually, I'll keep the Mirror Shield for a moment. On the principle of it's useful against random enemies. Right, there we go. So, Gerudo Town is being rebuilt. Or at least this is the state of Gerudo Town for the foreseeable. Hey, the Oasis is back as well. Now. Well, first things first, I need to start mapping out this corner of the map. Second thing second, we need to start the Korok Seed hunt again. Oh goody, my heart sings with everlasting joy of greatness and salvation, for we must start looking for the stupid ya-ha-ha-ha-ha-ha-ha-ring nonsenses again. Oh, I've already marked that one. Trying to work out where that is. I'll mark that on the map as there. I'll mark that on the map as there, and I'll just have to do some detective work. And then where that sort of... Hold on. That's a cave. Looks like it could be a cave. Right. Okay, so... Yeah, the Master Sword takes about 10 minutes of playtime, not including pause or cutscene time to recharge. Yeah. That still annoys me. As far as the lore of this game goes, the Master Sword was restored by the great power of the Great Deku Tree before the game, got obliterated by the power of Ganondorf in the opening cutscenes. I still find that really hard to believe when it's been tempered in the flames of the golden goddesses, but whatever. Then it has spent... And okay, fine. So maybe it wasn't 100% recovered from... Maybe the strains of the eons and the... I don't know, the calamity, the damage done to it during the Great Calamity was enough to damage the sword and make her weak, and that's why Ganondorf managed to overload her and blast her into oblivion, or at least severely damage her. But then the Master Sword spends an eternity being infused with the divine light of a great dragon. Now, if it was a couple of 100 years, a millennia, okay, sure. That much damage for the sword to regrow itself, to rebuild itself after all that damage, I'll take a millennia. Okay, so it still needs some repair work, but as it stands, it's still got enough power to do good. Eons, it has been entrusted to the Dragon of Light, absorbing the dragon's divine power. Eons, and it still gets tired. That really annoys me. I know why they've done it for a gameplay reason. It's because if you didn't, then everyone would just use the Master Sword, and you'd never use the other weapons in the game. But still, in that point, just give us the Master Sword towards the end of the game, like you did with the Horse Flute in Twilight Princess. I mean, it's equally as pointless, but that would work for me. Have us do the main story. Have us do the Dragon Tears to find the location of the Master Sword and get the Master Sword. And then we have the ultimate weapon for the end of the game. Make us work for it, but give us an ultimate weapon. Instead, they make us work for it, and they still give us a weapon that gets tired because they want to force us into using the other weapon systems because degradation is a thing. Why not just go back to the old system where you just have a weapon wheel and you can basically choose whether you want to use a sword or a spear, and then maybe, I don't know, as you progress through the game, you get a sword, a broadsword, a great sword, a spear. What is the other ones? And that's pretty much it. An axe and a hammer. Hammer and axe are basically just standard tools that you use for mining. The spear and a bow. And then you just, I don't know, as you progress through the game, you unlock a better version of the sword by helping the Gerudo. You get a better version of the broadsword for helping the Gorons, a better version of the spear for helping the Zora, and then you get improved weapons as you play the game, and then it all culminates with you getting the Master Sword, which is the ultimate weapon. I mean, you went into the fight with Ganon in Ocarina of Time, you lose the Master Sword, so you have to use something like the Bigoron sword. That works for me as well. Just... I mean, the Master Sword doesn't work for fighting stuff like the Taluses. I'd use the Goron Hammer. At which point, just give us set weapons. We don't need an infinite weapon system, and we don't need weapon degradation. But, whatever. Anyway, I hate to say it, but I think its current weakness is because not the entire blade was repaired by the dragon. If you look at the base of the blade, it's still the original blade from the Deku Tree's restoration. Really nitpicky, I know, but it makes the only lick of sense to me. Oh, right, that's not the Master Sword. I mean, I get what you mean, but the way they've explained it in the game is that it's not so much that the sword's it's not like alloyed, it's not like divine metal has been fused onto the original Master Sword. It's basically explained that the Master Sword has regrown itself, which would explain how it managed to repair itself. It's like an organic. It's like, I don't know, like the TARDIS in Doctor Who. It's organic. It's partly organic. So the divine metal has regrown as the sword's exposed to divine light or to divine energy or divine light, I suppose. It's able to regrow the metal and reform itself. But at that point, like I said, if it was only a short period of time, then I can understand it. But when you've locked it in as it has been there for eons, and I've just found a giant... Oh, Gordon Bennett. When it's been there for eons, you would think that it would be fully powered by now. Or, how about not having it fully powered? How about having it for a shorter period of time? Have it repair itself physically, but the damage done to its spirit, I suppose, to its divine abilities, be weakened because of the damage that the Demon King has done to it. And here's an idea. Perhaps do what we did in Skyward Sword and reforge it. Have a series of, I don't know, four temples, perhaps, where we can then take the Master Sword and put it into the temper it in the flames of the goddesses. Or, I don't know, even have the goddesses appear. all the spirits appear. That would be nice. And then we can present it to the goddess of power and the goddess of wisdom and the goddess of courage, and they can each bless the sword and restore it to its former glory. And then, I don't know, in the final cutscene, we have Zelda appear through the Gate of Time, rather than becoming a dragon, because I still think that's dumb, and then use her divine powers as the reincarnation of Hylia to give you a final blessing as you fight Ganondorf, which just makes it like uber mass. It restores it to its true splendor, and then you smite Ganon, and we're the hero again. That too would also be quite nice. But alas, we didn't get that, so... oh, hello, and there is a thing there. I shall look at that later. What was I doing? Oh, yeah.
Hey, that weird-looking orb is very important to Dahlia. I know that the chief said that you're free to use anything in town, but you shouldn't touch fat until you have checked with Dahlia first.
Oh. Okay, who's Dahlia? You, Dahlia? No, you're Rima. That's a Gerudo Spear. Oh, cool. Nobody's complaining at me for that one. Ah. What am I doing? Yeah, this is a bit quicker. So basically we have to rescue all the spears from around Gerudo Town now that we've solved the Sand Shroud. Marvelous. Davi. Yeah, it's all rather quiet down here now. Where am I going? Hello.
You brought me another orb. Sixwa. You deserve something for the trouble you went through to carry it here.
Ah.
Will this do?
Sure.
Oh, do have their uses, don't they?
So do I, apparently.
If you find any more orbs, I'll be thrilled if you'd bring them here to me.
Yeah, I'll bring them to you. I just have to find the wretched things. Oh. Hello.
Saba.
Oh, it's you. It's no big deal for us to talk now. My fears have melted away thanks to you and that Lionel mask.
Ah.
I've been thinking about how else I can boost my confidence. I've decided to work on perfecting my signature recipe. That reminds me, I wonder if the cookbook from the cooking class on the surface is still there. Maybe I'll go and practice one more time.
Cool. Right, can't do anything with that one just yet. Let's just continue the hunt for the magical spheres of the 7 heroines. Wasn't there a hole in the floor here? And random bow dummy. Okay, fine. Is this a sub-story? Oh, yeah. Oh.
I heard there's a plan out in the desert, a place out in the desert with a huge statue that are all facing each other. Have any of your customers ever mentioned seeing something like that while they're surfing on the dunes? Hard to say. The desert it has its share of statues and ruins, and of course the upheaval really changed things too. Do you have any more information to go on? Maybe a map or something? I did have one, but the wind caught it and blew it to who knows where. I know for sure that it's in the eastern part of the desert, though, and like I said, the huge statues face each other. It helps to know it's in the east. It helps to know if it's in the east. Well, the desert really is big. Ah, a customer. Sorry, I need to get back to work. If you figure out where you need to go, come back and see me. I'll be happy to rent a sand sail to you for your trip.
Cool. Right, I will sort that out later. Hello, bye-bye. Oh, I've already been up here. Oh, no, I can't do that one. Why does that look like a Gibdo thing? Oh, it isn't. It's just a fancy chimney. Nice. Oh, wait, wasn't... Oh, this was where the little girl was growing plants last time. Nothing here now. But the well does lead into the underground, which is quite nice. Oh, the bar's back. Oh yeah, I never did finish that sub-story. Which means that Vo is still... That poor man is still actually locked up in jail underground. Whoopsies. No, well, that might be a secret. It isn't, it's just a piece of cloth on the wall. Do we think these orbs are in Gerudo Town itself, or do we think they're scattered across the desert and I'm going to have a miserable time finding all of them? Oh, it's the Vo and You classroom. Slightly ransacked, and I'm pretty sure this wasn't here last time. I thought this was a storeroom. No, I'm on the wrong side of the castle. Never mind. Look! This is the chief's beloved sandseal, Patricia. She is no ordinary sandseal, though. Patricia is actually something of an oracle. A clairvoyant sandseal, who would have thought it? Please, offer her some fruit, and in return she'll share a reading with you. So, if you give her splash fruit, you'll certainly get a strange, number-filled reading. I can only assume that the brilliance of those readings is simply beyond our understanding. I'm guessing that's going to be where the thing is. Cool. We've also got a bunch of Gibdo stuff. Hello, Patricia. The bow doesn't do much for you, my dear. I'm sorry. Patricia, are you going to eat the splash fruit? Do I need to put it on the ground for you, or...? Ah, that's what we do. We put it in front of her and she will eat it.
Oh.
A number sequence. A number sequence. A number sequence. -3813 -28720043. I'm gonna have to write this down, aren't I? I'm guessing that is Patricia telling us where... Oh, notepad. Always useful. Where one of the orbs is. 3813... 2872... 0043. That was the reading that Patricia gave. Just what do these numbers mean? I've been her attendant for a long time, but even I'm stumped by them. I can only assume that the brilliance of those readings is simply beyond our understanding.
More to do with the coordinates. I assume this is Patricia's, I don't know, bedroom. Has anything changed in this? Not really. What's the last page?
My head is practically spinning from all that's happened after Link arrived here. I need to write down to keep it straight. First, there was the Battle of the Karakara Bazaar, followed by our defense of Gerudo Town against the Gibdo attack. Then, there was the mural underground and the sudden appearance of that massive ancient shrine. We were guided there by a voice we'd come to learn belonged to my ancestor, and we made our way inside. There we fought and defeated the Gibdo Queen. Then the secret stone of my ancestor appeared and I awoke as a sage. My ancestor told me what I must do for my people and for Hyrule, and then the Sand Shroud disappeared. I think all of that happened after Link came here. The kind of events that follow in his wake are truly amazing.
Oh, there's a dragon. Right, I'm still looking for things. 3813. I'm guessing 3813 is over here. Yep. Okay. Hey, it's our old diamond circlet. Dahlia. Okay, where's Dahlia? Hello.
Did you hear? Did you hear? There's going to be another kid like you coming to Gerudo Town. She was living outside of town, but soon she'll be here. What? Really? I want to be friends with that Vi too. And when is she coming? Is it soon? Say it soon. Soldiers went out to meet her a little while ago, so it must be any day now. She's coming from some place in Akala called Tarrytown. So far, like way up in the northeast part of Hyrule. I'm going to wait patiently for her. Then I hope we get to play together soon.
Hello.
So that. I hope the others come soon. I feel like I can hear Mummy's voice from here. It makes me sleepy.
Dahlia, hello.
Sava! I'm tired today. If you want to play, let's wait until tomorrow. Oh,
Balls. Right, never mind then. Right, I wonder if the inn is still up here or is it downstairs? Oh no, it's up here. Hello.
Bosa.
Arthur! It's you! You're pretty amazing, you know that? I heard you helped the chief and the others save the town. I bet the benefits of my spa plan played at least a small part in it, huh? As usual, I'm booked solid right now, but I'll always make an exception for you, and the spa plan is yours whenever you like. It's the least I can do. Just let me know when you want to relax. Come now, don't worry yourself. You deserve a rest.
Spa plan, please. Sure.
Of course, you can choose where you'd like the wake-up call in the morning. Thank you. Oh, you seem just a little tense. Just relax and focus on your breathing. Let the weight leave your body.
There we go. One Gerudo massage. Okay.
The glow of the blood-stained moon shines upon the land.
So much for relaxing.
The aimless spirits of slain monsters return to flesh. The world is threatened once again.
Dun dun dun!
Sorry, couldn't resist.
There
we go.